What an occasion at the Millennium Stadium. Ireland looking for a record 11th straight Test victory to keep their Grand Slam hopes on course. Wales still with aspirations of a third RBS Six Nations title in 4 years, knowing that a win was a must for those dreams to remain alive. Led by Paul O'Connell earning his 100th cap, Ireland made one change from the side that beat England, with Jamie Heaslip returning at number 8 in place of Geordie Murphy. For the first time this season, the Wales starting 15 remained unchanged after that good win away to France last time out. A significant day too for Sam Warburton, who was captaining his country for a record 34th time. Although the bookmakers made Ireland slight favourites, it was the home side who took the early initiative. After playing an advantage, referee Wayne Barnes called the play back. Ireland penalised for not rolling away earlier, and the tournament's top scorer to date, Lee Halfpenny, landed the kick for an early 3-0 lead for Wales. The Welsh fullback tagged on another 3 points in the 7th minute with a relatively simple tap over from close range. Wales 6-0 ahead. In the 10th minute, the Welsh pressure bore further fruit. Heaslip was penalised for holding on just on the halfway line. And despite the distance from the posts, Halfpenny's kick had plenty of air and plenty to spare, and the Welsh Dragon was breathing fire. 9-0 ahead with 11 minutes gone. Worrying times for Irish fans, management and players alike. And the Welsh onslaught continued. Samson Lee picked up a match-ending ankle injury when Ireland were penalised at the breakdown. Halfpenny punished the indiscretion, 12-0, and Gatland's men were in control. There was a chink of light for the men in green 16 minutes in, when the Welsh hooker, Scott Baldwin, was whistled for a high tackle just inside his own half. And having missed an earlier kick, Johnny Sexton kept his calm and slotted this one between the posts for Ireland's first points of the half and brought it back to 12 points to 3. On 27 minutes, the gap was reduced to 6 points when Sam Warburton tried referee Barnes' patience to the limit. The Welsh captain saw yellow for handling the ball on the ground.
Stayed on the ball, number 7. Had your warning, Sam. Had your warning, you stayed on the ball, come off it. Come off the ball.
And from the 10-metre line, Sexton's kick was good. Things were looking slightly rosier for Schmidt's men, back to within 6 points at 12-6 and with a one-man advantage for 10 minutes. But they didn't make great use of the numerical advantage. Indeed, it was the Welsh who scored next. They went through a number of phases before Webb picked out Dan Biggar, and his drop goal was textbook. Wales were 15-6 ahead 6 minutes before the break. Biggar has scored so many drops like this for Ospreys, and here on the biggest stage he once again was calmness personified to restore Wales' 9 points lead. Ireland had won 5 of the previous 7 encounters in Cardiff, but this one was proving to be a real battle. The visitors did, however, get the last score of the half. Sexton put the penalty over to bring it back to 15 points to 9 at half-time. In a hugely attritional second half, Wales defended brilliantly to repel a mighty Irish effort, comprising over 30 phases. After a 7-minute attack, Ireland were denied and Wales survived, much to the frustration of the Irish backroom team. At the other end, Wales had a great chance of a score of their own, but having pressed the Irish hard and gone through a number of phases themselves, Biggar's pass to Halfpenny had too much air on it and the opportunity was spurned. However, just a couple of minutes later, the Welsh pressure paid dividends. Ireland, having lost another of their own lineouts, were on the defence. Scarlets man Scott Williams had only just come on as a sub when he was picked out by Biggar and managed to find the gap before diving over for the first try of the match. What an important score for Gatland's men. Even though Halfpenny missed the conversion, Wales were 20 points to 9 in front midway through the second half. "11 minutes from time, Ireland got back into the game when, having turned down a kick at the posts, they opted to go for the line, and the subsequent maul had the Welsh defence in all sorts of problems. The men in green drove on, and when the Welsh dragged the maul down, the referee ran under the posts to award a penalty try. The Irish maul once again proving an effective weapon, and when Sexton chipped the conversion over, it was 20 points to 16 with a grandstand finish set up. 6 minutes from the end, Halfpenny kicked another penalty to make it 23-16, leaving Ireland needing a converted try for a draw. And to their credit, Ireland gave it everything in search of that all-important score. As the game drew to a close, another Irish maul was rolling towards the Welsh line when the referee's whistle blew. His decision was that Ireland had held on too long. Huge disappointment for the men in green, whose hopes of a Grand Slam and a record 11th straight win were gone. But sheer delight for Wales, who are now back in the title race with a match against Italy still to come. Ireland play Scotland in their final game, with the title still a possibility for Joe Schmidt's men. But this was a wonderful Wales win, full of grit and determination, and it sets up a hugely exciting final day. Full time at the Millennium Stadium, Wales 23, Ireland 16.